Alright, time to go to the gym. Um, it is 4:38 a.m. 4:38 a.m. So let's go get that working, baby. So today I did place an order for all the stuff we're gonna need for this weekend. This is actually gonna be our biggest order in a while. Actually, I think it's the biggest order ever. We're gonna do 35 trays of the 14-inch dough balls, and it's gonna be about 4. And then we're also gonna do 1 of the tomato sauce packages, 1 pepperoni package, 1 bag of sausage, 4 packets of boxes for the pizzas, and 3 boxes for the 3 cheese boxes. So that's gonna be our order, and then plus a bunch of the other stuff that I need to buy, like Mexican Cokes, fruit punches, some Harito flavors that I might be adding for the summer. I also need to start making the horchata so that we can get away, people can try it. But yeah, that's the plan for today. I also need to edit the video. It is Tuesday, so I need to upload today. I need to edit that. But I also need to take some trays down to the pizza commissary. So it's gonna be a pretty busy day. Let's get after it. All right, got them loaded. Alright, so just got back from dropping off all the stuff that I need to drop off. I dropped off all the plates. Now I'm back. I'm going to do some work. So something that people pointed out to me from the website is that you can add things, but you can't subtract them, right? So there's this one client that I have who has a bit of a, or she does have an allergy against all types of nightshades, right? So she can't eat the tomato sauce, so she wants to clear it off, but there's no way to say no sauce on the website. So I'm gonna fix that up, and then I'm gonna add the subtraction options where you can take off things from certain pizzas if that's not what you want, or if you want to replace something with something else. So I'm about to do that right now. Time to get after it. Let's go kill the day, kill this workout. Should be a good day today. Not a lot going on, but we'll see what I end up doing. We'll see what adventures I have to do. I think the biggest thing is I'm gonna start working on the summer menu, and then from there we will go. So, all right, workout is done. I went and I did the HIIT cardio machine, and now I'm back. It's 6:12. Markets are setting up still. There's nothing much. I mean, it's been a pretty slow week overall. I think Monday was the only day with the trade. Yeah, so there's there's a probability here. I mean, if anything, we could play out of this blue. It just depends on what's going to set up right now at 6:30. But yeah, ideally you get it up here, get a nice little type of schematic, and then sell off. Just gonna keep my eye on the market, and hopefully I can catch something today. Alright, so I'm gonna go do some work at Panera. I feel like I'm gonna concentrate a little better. But I'm also gonna be running some errands, so I'm gonna be buying this bigger bowl to cook jalapenos in for the base sauce. I'm gonna be finishing up the to-do list for Thursday, and then I have a bunch of stuff that I need to get done this week as far as computer wise and design wise. And then I'm also looking for a program that will allow me to like make cool designs for sweaters that I want to make. Like, I have ideas for sweaters and I want to make designs for them. So I need a, like, Inkscape is good, but it's good for what it is, and it's free software. So I imagine that something like Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator would be significantly better. And Monera offers this like super great membership for people. If you go in there and you pay for it, it's like $8 a month or something, and you get deals on a bunch of stuff, free coffee every day. So every day you get a free coffee, and you can just refill it. So you get a free drink every day, so not just coffee. And then like after a certain amount of hours you get another free drink, right? And then you get some other cool perks on the app. You get like discounts, and then on your birthday they give you something, and then eventually they'll give away like cookies or whatever. So Panera is fucking slept on, and I think that if you don't have the best setup at home, you don't have internet, you don't have whatever your excuse might be, find a Panera. They open at like 6:30 in the morning and they close at like 8. So I just put you on to some free game right now. So I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna do some work, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So I got quite a bit of stuff done. I just got done with Panera. It is now 2 o'clock pretty much. So I decided to take not a break, but just stop working, head over to Target because I'm looking for this bowl thing to cook with. If it's not a Target, then I'm gonna head over to Walmart. If it's not a Walmart, then I'm gonna go to H Mart. I don't know, somewhere. But actually I just thought of H Mart. I might go to H Mart before I even go to Walmart. So I'm gonna go over there. Yeah, overall pretty productive. I kind of got the whole template down for the menu that I'm planning to use for the summer. So I have the flavors down. All I need is kind of run it by the team and then see, okay, what are the ideas? What do you guys think? Maybe make them this weekend on Sunday if we have any pizzas left. You guys updated, but overall pretty productive work. Oh, I also got done with a list of things that I needed to finish for. Oh no, okay, so it's like a list of everything that we need to do on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just so it's super detailed of like, okay, we need on Thursday we prep everything, on Friday we got everything ready, make sure that when we leave we have everything that we need so that we're not forgetting and then having to go back and forth from our prep area to, you know, the actual pizza spot. So that's done, and then I will run that by the team as well and see if I missed anything. And yeah, I definitely looked into some softwares that I'm probably going to end up getting. Like I think I'm going to get CapCut. They said it was pretty good and good for social media. Also Adobe Photoshop, so that I can start working on these designs for these hoodies, as well as I'm going to start running my personal Instagram page like a business, the way a business would be run. So I'm hoping to increase my followers and get to 10K by the end of the year. So that's what we're gonna do. Target was a no-go, so now we're gonna go to H Mart. Hopefully we have better luck. If not, I'm gonna have to drive. I don't even know, to be honest. I think there's I'm just gonna look up a store, see if I can find one, and then if I can find one, we're in the money, baby. Yeah, so I'm just gonna drive over to H Mart. I think they'll have it. They have just about everything there. So let's keep our fingers crossed. So I found them. It's these ones. So now I'm just gonna choose one of them out, and then hopefully they work. Got it. Place it in the back. Excited to use it tomorrow, by the way. But now I'm gonna go to a different store called Marlene's because I heard that they have raw milk. So I want to buy some raw milk, try it out. Oh, it's a European store, so I'm gonna see what they have. So I went to Winco, but they didn't have the item that I needed anymore. So no more stuffed crust until I can find that item. I'm probably just gonna look it up on Amazon and order it, but still, you know, I really wanted it today so I could use it this weekend. Now I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna order it, and then hopefully it gets here by this weekend, and then we'll be good. So I mean, not too bad. So it is what it is. But yeah, so I went to Marlene's and I got some raw milk and I tried it. It's pretty fucking good. It hasn't Hasn't done anything to my belly yet, so as of now, everything that they say about it is true. So we'll see later on. I'm gonna give some to my mom, who is also super lactose intolerant. So if she's fine, then raw milk works, and we're probably gonna switch over to 100% raw milk. So, and also I'm starving, so I'm gonna go home, make myself some eggs, maybe some bacon. Probably gonna hit the gym too. Probably gonna eat a banana. Hit the gym right now because it's getting up there, and I don't wanna take too long. So, oh yeah, and then also it gets super packed in there. So it's about 3:30 or 4:30. I don't know if the clock's right on this, but 3:30, 4:30. So, you know, if I don't go now, it's gonna be even more packed later on. So I'm just gonna head over there. About to head out to the gym. Let's work out it. Now I'm home from the gym. It's been quite a time gap. I wasn't there that long. Mostly just in my cardio on the little hit machine, but now I'm on the charts. Looking at a trade, hoping that price will push up at least one more time, get me in, and then drop. That would be most ideal. So not much to look at today, but I'm gonna go shopping for the ingredients later. All right, so I've been trading. It looked like we were doing pretty good for a second there. You know, we dropped. I'm in 3 different entries. We dropped pretty well down to here. Now we're pulling back. So because we did take this low, I'm hopeful that this will hold, and then hopefully it'll drop and then take out Asian. But you know, it's wishful thinking at this point. I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, now I'm gonna head over to running the errands. So I'm gonna print out my page so I know exactly what I need to buy, and then we'll go from there. So print this out, and then this way, let's see, let me make sure. Sometimes it'll print like 4 pages, and I don't want it to print 4 pages. I want it to print 1 page, the only page that I want. So let's see. First, I'm gonna go a little bit of the kitchen commissary because it turns out that I do need jalapenos. So I'm gonna go buy jalapenos. Printing out the sheets right now, and I'll see you guys there. Beautiful morning out today. Excited to get everything done. I think this weekend's gonna be fantastic. I ordered quite a bit of pizzas, so I really hope it is fantastic. In my mom's car again today because my car's still broken down. I need to fix the starter, but it's around 1,500, so it's not exactly easy to get to the starter. So I think I'm gonna have to take it to a mechanic when I have the funds. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go. I should have brought water. It is what it is. Alright, so we're gonna go do that, and now let's head over to the store. As I'm sitting here in the traffic, I realize how grateful I am, because I used to quite literally pray for times like these where I'd be on the grind, where I would be in the middle of it all, you know, struggling to go get this or that. You know, this is the actual grind. I'm in the middle of the grind, and this is honestly probably going to be the best part. Why? Because every single time that I do anything or accomplish anything, I miss the grind. I don't miss the success of it. I miss the entire journey that it took me to get there, right? So I know that right now is the best moments, and when I get there, wherever there is, right, the goal with Pizza Zogas is to make this one successful, sell 200 pizzas every weekend for all the weekends to come, even during the winter. I want 200 pizzas to be a slow weekend, and I want, you know, us to be able to sell 500 pizzas per weekend, which isn't a lot, right? It isn't a lot, but that to me right now is my goal. 500 pizzas, and first we got to get to 200, right? So everything step by step, and just advertising and getting more popular and getting more known, and people coming back and executing at the highest level that we can, and just getting people's orders filled and all that stuff. So I think that if we can manage to do that every time, if every single time people come and we can give them a great pizza. I think that that's gonna get us there. But now I'm just extremely grateful that I'm able to do what I'm doing. This is a great problem to have. It's not even a problem. It's like, it's a game, you know. And right now, I'm in the part of the game where I'm hitting my stride a little bit. I have enough armor to walk around in this level, and to get to the next level, I need to find the pathways that'll get me there and slay the dragons that are guarding it, right? So, very, very excited. I love this grind, man. I love the hustle, and it's only up from here. Maybe it's down too, who knows? But I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that we go up and that Pizza Locas is successful and becomes a staple in Washington and eventually in the West Coast, and then we'll see from there. I have so many ideas for projects in the future, and I don't want to just be like the pizza guy. I want to be a business guy. I want to have multiple different things. I'm also working on a clothing brand that I think is going to be beautiful. I'm going to work on some of the designs for those, but I think the only way people will buy that brand is if I am somebody people want to get behind. So I think that it's going to be a journey, and I'm going to do a lot of growing, and one day I hope to look back on this and be like, hey, I'm so thankful that you believed that we could become who we are today, right? Because I look back now and I'm thankful to that past me who believed that we could become who we are today, that we are able to handle what has been thrown at us so far. So I'm very thankful. It's my little rant, I guess. I'm at the Chef's Depot, about to buy all the stuff. I'm here now, so come shop with me. Alright, so quick tour of the drinks that I got. I have 2 Cokes, 1 manzanita, 1 fruit punch. I'm introducing a new drink, which is a grapefruit jarrito, and then Topo Chico Coke Zeros, because we don't have any more, and once they run out, they run out. So yeah, pretty big haul from these guys today. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go look for some stickers so I can color code baggies now and pre-make them, and I think that will save me some time. So I'll see you guys there. Once we're done here, I'm gonna go pay, and then I'm gonna go buy the meat, and then start getting stuff ready. All right, everything's loaded. Gonna head over to the carniceria to buy all the meats for the people, because that's what people want. People want meat, so I'm gonna give them what they want. Boom, here at Del Rio Supermarket, about to get the meat. All right, so I ended up getting 20 pounds of steak, or carne asada, and I think just under 4 pounds of chicharrón. So we should have plenty for the weekend, I'm hoping. At least enough for every pizza that we end up making. So done with my shopping. So now all that's left to go home, have a good time. Forgot to bring my camera with me, but I went down to the pizza trailer and I organized all the drinks, not in the fridge, but I put them all over there in the in our little truck that we have. Friday morning, game day. I'm about to go get the rest of the stuff that we need, the doughs, and then we're gonna set up and we're gonna kill today. Sorry about that. Apparently they put me down for 12-inch pizza boxes, but I always get the 14-inch pizza boxes, so had a bit of a scuffle with that, and yeah, it's like a $9 difference. So I owe them $9 now because I don't have any more cash on me. So it sucks, but I mean it is what it is. But yeah, now we're gonna head over, get everything else ready, run through the list of things that need to get done, and make sure that they're done, and head over to the pizza shop, warm up the oven, and sell a bunch of pizzas hopefully. So, today's kind of a gloomy day. It's not as sunny as last Friday, so I don't know what to expect, if like the popularity is gonna roll over into a gloomy weekend, or are we gonna, well, who knows what's gonna happen. So we're gonna find out. We are gonna find out. So completely forgot to show the entire setup video because we were running a little late. It is now 12:06. The fire is going now finally, and yeah, so luckily there's no online orders yet, so everything's probably gonna start around 1. It is raining, so it's gonna be a bit of a slower Friday. We'll see what happens, but yeah, enjoy the fire for now. All right, I'm out here with the boy Danny, Master Chef Eric. We're gonna leave him alone, but he's doing stuff. And my dad picking up everything. Just about done. ¿Cuántas pizzas vendimos hoy, Micho? 33?
Sí, ya. No, tú decídele ahí que le dé.
43?
Cool.
43. Let's go. We gotta come to the pizza commissary again because we ran out of a lot of stuff, so gonna do some shopping. Got a huge list of things that we need. Pretty big weekend, or pretty big Friday. 45 pizzas sold total, so very excited for today. All right, so here's our little haul. We got some Red Wolves for the boy, Master Chef Eric. He loves those things. We got some sliced black olives. We got some pineapple tidbits, some pop-up foil for some of the stuff that we need. Crushed red peppers, we ran out, and Parmesan, and then as well as some jalapenos. And then I got my mom this olive oil. So we're done with this box. So we have, I think, just part of this box, and then the one in the other seat that I showed you guys earlier. So all right, now we're headed over to Pizza's Locus location. Got everything ready. So we actually already have an order. It's 10:30 in the morning. We already have an order. This is actually crazy, but it's amazing, man. Like, I absolutely love this. Shouldn't be ready for like an hour and a half, but yeah. So we open at 12. It's 10:30. We have an order. This is probably one of the coolest moments ever. It's like, it feels kind of euphoric because it's like, oh, you're doing such a great job. I want a pizza as soon as you possibly can get it. So excited. So we got the fire going pretty much. Now all that's left is to move it to the side. Make sure we raise it to temperature, and then clean the bottom of the oven floor. I think we're gonna replace these pretty soon. I mean, most of these are pretty much coming off, and it's kind of how we got it when we bought the place. But yeah, we're gonna replace them and then hopefully get a bigger oven. I mean, yesterday was insane. Like I said, we sold about 40 something pizzas, which is the most we have ever sold at on a Friday. So it's pretty cool. Then gonna set up and then sell more today. Our 6 meat pizza. It's like the second one they've ordered. The third one they've ordered in the history of Pizza's Locus. Oven is still hot, burning. Got the cheese ready. 2 on deck. I just got home after a long day. We sold about 30 pizzas, 10 less than yesterday. Not too bad overall, better than last weekend. So, well, actually about the same as last weekend. So, yeah, just about to go get something to eat and then head over to bed, and then we'll continue again for tomorrow, last day. Hopefully we can sell another 40 or 50 and be happy. Vibes are immaculate right now. We got a big order, 4 pizzas right off the bat. It's gonna be a good day. I thought the other guy was the assistant. You're the assistant now, Danny?
Yeah, that's pretty cool, bro.
just got done filming. Eric's eating the pizzas. Don't say it. And then we got the fire going. And I was making the pizza that we got online. Sizing it up to be a pretty good weekend. Hopefully things pick up a little bit more, but it's gonna be a pretty good day. Marrón, Choy. Buena. Good. Tiene que ser como el. 5:34. We sold out of all the carne asada pizza, so we're picking up a little early, hoping to catch the Mexico game that starts at 6:15. So if nobody comes by 6, we are gone. All right, so it is Monday the 25th. We are done with, I think, what is the biggest weekend we've had to date. The original goal was 200 pizzas. We haven't hit it yet, but it's one of those things that it's kind of at our fingertips. Like, it's not like it's like right there. So I definitely think we're gonna hit that within we're probably gonna hit that next month. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's pretty exciting. But yeah, I kind of want to go over some of the things that we did yesterday, what we went out, like, what happened, some of the strong things, and then some of the things that we obviously still need to work on. I think a couple good things that we did were, actually, let me just go over the things that kind of bothered me a little bit of what we did and what we were not able to accomplish. So, for example, I think I made a to-do list for everything that needs to be done Thursday through Sunday, right? Like, just from start to finish, just so we can make sure to be ready, because it always feels like we're forgetting something or we're forgetting to do something. So I kind of wanted to beat that and then just write it all down, because we do the same things every time. So I think the Thursday one worked out pretty well. I got all the ingredients. I did everything I had to do. Everything was prepped. I think that everything was organized and everything worked out perfectly. So Thursday, perfect. If anything, just small tweaks of stuff that I didn't specify on, but other than that, everything was pretty fine, and got everything done that I needed to get done. Friday, it's where kind of the problem, I guess, started, where I got too overly confident with time. I didn't really emphasize that we had to be at the location at 10:30, right? Especially after, because we don't turn on the oven the entire week, right? Sunday's the last day we turn on the oven, then the entire week goes by, and we don't turn on the oven at all. So here's the issue with that is, when you get there on Friday, it takes at least an hour and a half to sometimes 2 hours, depending on how cold it is, for the fire to start up, and like for the wood to actually catch on fire, and for the temperature to rise to at least 800 degrees to burn all the ash and embers that's surrounding the oven, right? And before we even get the fire started, we need to clean all the ash from that was spread on top of the tiles, that just coming off, but anyways, that is used to clean off the bottom, right? Because at the end of the day, there's grease and everything, so you always spread the embers of the fire and the I guess I don't know the name, but anyways, the fire, you spread it, the wood on the bottom, and from there you let it sit overnight, and then the next day you come in and you clean it up. But we leave it there, right? And then we have to get there on Friday and then clean that up and then get everything hot and then get going. right? So what I think needed to be done was we needed to be there at 10:30, but we got there at 11. So we got there at 11, and we set everything up, and we did not make the fire a priority, and it was like 12, and the oven was still not hot enough, right? And so 12 o'clock came around, and it wasn't hot enough, and then we had an online order or two orders, right? So it wasn't hot enough. It was like 600 degrees, and which you can cook a pizza in 600 degrees, so it'll come out fine. But the problem was that we didn't just get one pizza. We got a pizza from a woman that came, very kind, very lovely woman, and she ordered her pizza, and we were able to make it because we were able to move everything to the side, and then the bottom was hot because the fire is happening on top of the tiles, so we just moved it to the side, and then we cleaned off the bottom, and then we made that pizza. But then we got an online order for two pizzas, and that was right after we made the first pizza, so the oven cooled down significantly, and I was trying to, and when I cleaned it off again with the rag because we were trying to clean it off before we made the next pizza, it it dropped dramatically in heat. So that's something we got to work on. We got to get there early and make sure that we're not, when we're there, we're using our time to get the oven really hot while the other person runs around and gets everything else set up, because really the oven is the number one priority, especially if we're already running late and we're trying to get it hot on the first day, right? Every other day after that was fine. It was easy. So that was something that we definitely need to improve on. And when this week comes around, we'll definitely be 100% ready. And now it's like, okay, we have to be there 10:30, no later, right? 10:30 is like the max limit. So that's one thing that we need to improve on. All right. Alright, so I switched phones. Hopefully there's not a huge difference in quality. This phone is newer, so if anything, the quality should be a little better, but you never know with these phones. But anyways, yeah, so that was one thing that I felt like was a huge issue this weekend. But that easily could be mitigated, right? Because it's not something that's not at all out of our control, right? It's 100% in our control. It's all about just prep time and prioritizing certain things over other things. So being there early means that we get to have time to do everything and eliminate the most mistakes. Being there late means that we will make a lot of mistakes probably and forget to bring out a lot of stuff probably, and we're going to start the weekend off pretty roughly. So that's something we need to work on, and yeah, that's one of those things where it won't happen again. Second thing that went rough this weekend. So United States played Mexico for the CONCACAF Nations League final on Sunday, right? Yesterday. So obviously we wanted to go watch it. So we were like, okay, as soon as 6 o'clock hits, we're going home. We're picking everything up. We leave. So what happens is we started picking everything up before 6, and then at 5:30 we were like chilling. Everything was cleaned up. Oven was still on. Obviously, we're gonna be there till 6, and so we were like ready to leave. 6 o'clock rolls around. We're ready to leave. We start cleaning everything else off that was unnecessary. Oven's still on. Table's still out. Everything else gets cleaned up. We put everything away. Put the table away. Put the menu away. Oven gets spread out. And we get somebody to come in. Somebody comes in and they're like, "Yo, can I get a pizza?" So obviously we're people that, if we're there, we want to make the pizza, right? So I'm like, okay, yeah, for sure. And Chef Master Eric clears off the ash that was spread on top, right? Sweeps the oven, sweeps it, right? So when he sweeps the oven, and puts the embers back and everything, the temperature is now lower because we haven't fed the fire, but we can still make a pizza. So we start making that pizza, and in retrospect, okay, so we start making that pizza, and then somebody else comes by, right? So somebody else comes by, and then somebody else comes by, and then somebody else comes by, and now instead of leaving at 6 o'clock, like we said, we're now pushing it back because we're having a sort of rush on a Sunday at 6 p.m. And it was something that we weren't really expecting, and I should have been more clear with my communication of like what to do, but I was like kind of all attend because I attend when we get a rush like that. I have to cater to the clients, so I'm always attending the clients, and then chef, Chef Eric is making the pizzas. He's great at it, excellent job. My dad's spreading out the dough, putting the ingredients on there, right? And imagine, and now, mind you, we're we're out of carne asada, we're out of the salsa verde base. We have very limited ingredients as well, and so you have to keep the doughs really really cold. So towards the end, the doughs were not stretching properly, and it was become kind of a mess. So we were like, we were struggling, and then Master Chef Eric had to go pick up his girlfriend, and so he had to leave a little early, and he had to leave like kind of right in the middle of the rush. Like he left after he finished off what we thought was going to be the last one. So he gets in his car and he goes. Two more people show up, and it becomes pretty tough because now the oven's pretty cold. Pizzas start ripping, the grease starts falling everywhere, and it's becoming mayhem and a mess. And it really, I was like, the frustration of not being able to know what to do because for one, I've never ran a pizza business before, so it's like completely new. So having that happen to me was a first time experience. And I mean, in retrospect, it's easy to see things clearly, but when you're in the moment, that's when you really need to like take control of your mind because you just start panicking, right? And then I had the orders and I wasn't getting them out, and the pizzas were too small or sometimes too big, or like they would rip or whatever. Just different things would happen. It was just like very very stressful. But at the end of the day, panicking doesn't help you. So all I could do was try my best to make the best pizza that I could. Right? So what did I do? I did, okay, what do I need to do? Okay. The bottom's obviously shit. It's all like greased up and shit's burning. So I had to clean off the oven floor, restart the entire thing, right? Like restart the process from bottom to up. So okay, put a piece of firewood, let it dry, grab some water, tie it onto a pizza peel, clean off the entire bottom, wait for them to get reheat again, and boom, start making pizzas, which is what we should have done at the beginning. But like I said, we weren't expecting that, and in retrospect, 100% my fault. Should have been more prepared for that. Should have thought of things more clearly. But again, in the moment, it's like you're not thinking clearly. You're thinking everything's going wrong, everything's going wrong, everything's going wrong. But at that moment, when you find calmness, that's when you finally start getting like, oh, this isn't too bad. Okay, people are gonna wait. They already paid for it. They're gonna wait. It is what it is. You gave them a late pizza, but you're gonna give them a great pizza. So, cleaned off the bottom, heated up the oven, and then everything was smooth sailing after that. So, we got them out. We came home. Pretty much missed the entire game. We watched like the last 20 minutes of it. And then, yeah, I mean, Mexico lost anyways, so it is what it is. But, yeah, I think that we really need to be like, listen, the priority is the business. Everything else doesn't mean anything. Like, Mexico winning or losing does not affect the business. What affects the business is the impression that we leave on people. So if the impression that we left on the people that were there yesterday was, man, these guys are slow and super unorganized and their setup sucks, because a lot of people came on after everything was done, right? So we were telling them, listen, we close at 6, but we can make it for you. And then even more people came after we got the last 2 orders, and we're like, listen, we're out of ingredients, we're out of doughs, we can't do this. Why? Because we were already at like such a heightened state, and we were close, but we were already like at such a high anxiety state, and toes were stretching and things weren't going right, and everything was already pretty much put away. That I was like, listen, if we make any more pizzas, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So I'd rather just be like, listen, we're closed. We're out of ingredients, which is true. We were out of most of our ingredients. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to close. And yeah, so next week I think that we're gonna change our hours. We're gonna open 12 to 7 or 12 to 8 maybe, depending on how stuff is going, and then go from there. But yeah, man, it was that last bit was hectic. So that's kind of what happened. And to end on a positive note, let's talk about the positive things that happened, which were quite a bit. So we had one of the biggest weekends that probably the biggest weekend in our Pizzas Locus career. We sold just over $2,000 worth of stuff, and I mean, as far as making, we didn't really profit much because our expenses were extremely high. This was like the first time that we bought a significant amount of doughs and boxes, and then as well as we had to restock on a lot of drinks. So this was like a high spending weekend, but the gross income was about $2,100. After expenses, our profit was about $542. So it was okay. But the good thing about this is this is a large expense weekend, so next weekend is going to be a low expense weekend because we're going to buy a lot less stuff. So this weekend we had to buy like sausage and then other things that we needed for pizza toppings. But next week we won't need as many because we stocked up on so much this weekend. And on our drink side as well, we bought all the new drinks, everything else. So yeah, so that's kind of why it's a little lower, but really, and then also we had to buy some stuff like miscellaneous stuff, like we needed a food processor and stuff like that. So just little things we had to buy this week that we don't usually buy, but because it was like a higher, I guess a higher expense weekend. It's just what it is, you know. Like there's weekends. I mean, it wasn't even our highest spending weekend. Like there's weekends that we spend an insane amount of money because just stuff needs to get bought. And yeah, so this wasn't too bad. So I mean, like we have in April coming up, which is crazy. This is crazy. So in April we need to pay for the permit to continue operating, and that's gonna be about $1,400. So we have that to look forward to, and then we also have to pay rent, and what else do we have to pay? Insurance and commissary kitchen. Yeah, commissary kitchen where we have to prep the stuff. So we have to pay for a couple things coming in May. Or in April. So April's gonna start off pretty rough. But I think that it's just like, can you survive? That's the game right now. Can I survive? And then you start making the money, right? Because it's like I said, if we can sell 200 pizzas per weekend, we're chilling, right? We're making about net almost 20,000 a month, and then profiting around 12 to 14,000 a month after paying employees, after paying everything that we need to pay for the month and everything. Yeah, we're profiting about 12K per weekend. So it's gonna happen, and then that's just if we sell 200, and I think that we're gonna sell a lot more within the next few years. I think we'll see a huge growth because I think about it in the sense of people are just getting to know us now, and we're doing fairly well for a business that recently started. And I heard an interesting yesterday. I don't know how true it is, but this guy was saying first 3 months is like everybody's gonna come and try it out, and then you'll realize if a restaurant will truly make it in the first 6 months, because after the first 3 months, when everybody tries it out, in the 6 months, it's like, okay, are people coming back? So I don't know how true that is. We're gonna see. But yeah, no, definitely. I think it's just surviving right now, because we started off in the winter, and I've said this a bunch of times. It's like the best time possible we could have started. So, but yeah, super excited. So another good thing is we um we have gained a lot of experience as far as like being a business. I'm very excited for the growth that we have. People seem to be coming back, so we've seen a lot of returning customers. Love, like our stuff, love our stuff. I'd say. People compliment us on our ranch, which makes me very happy because it's like it's made by us. So very very happy about that. You know, got to give all that credit to Danny though, because my brother is the one that came up with the recipe. He came up with like some of our best sellers, so he can't go unnoticed. He's like, without him, it'd be a rough time. So him, and then shout out to Eric, insane chef, so good at making pizzas. Like just has it down to the bone. Ice cold ice runs through his veins. Like never loses cool. Just super. What I'm saying, keeps that boat steady. My dad's insanely fast, just going, going, going. So, you know, I have a phenomenal team, and they don't even need guidance or anything. They know what to do automatically. So it's insane. Today, I think that those are the things we need to work on. But other than that, I think we did an excellent job. I think we got all the orders done, except for the few at the end, at a very very reasonable time. We got some filming done, and we're gonna have a lot of content for the next few days.